In this vlog, I'm going to talk a bit more about this remarkable little car and where we now are. So, as a normal vlog, I'm just going to jump straight into it. Survived her heroic drive through a thunderstorm just yesterday. That was quite the experience. I don't think either of us were expecting that to turn out quite the way it did. She is a truly remarkable little car. One breakdown, entirely my fault for pulling the choke on. That was a bit stupid really, but I've come up to the unit today just to try and dry her out a bit. I say I've come up to the unit, I'm not actually into my new unit yet. There's been a slight issue. I was allocated some space. Water seems to be leaking really badly into that space, so we've had a different plan. I'm going to be moving into a different part, but that needs to be vacated by the previous occupant, and that hasn't happened yet, which is a little worrying because I have served notice on the old unit, but nonetheless it gives me a chance to try and get everything in shape, ready to go there. Every time I go down there I try and pack up a bit more, but yeah, there'll be more on that. That's why I haven't shown you where we are yet. Obviously I'm not going to divulge locations. I'm even being very cagey with where I film right now at the moment, because needless to say, I don't want visitors. It isn't that sort of operation. I'm on someone else's private property. They don't want visitors either. This is purely somewhere so I can store and record videos on these remarkable cars. Hopefully once show season kicks in and we can actually start going to shows again, I can bring some of these cars to meet you, because yeah, it isn't that I don't want to meet you, it's just obviously in the right place. Most of you understand. There's just a few people who seem to think they have some right to every detail of my life just because I'm on the internet. This is not so, but yeah, I am looking forward to cracking on with this car. She's leaking a lot of oil. I filled her up slightly past full before I set off yesterday, and she's halfway on the dipstick again, so the oil leak is really quite bad, and I'm not happy driving a car in that state. So this is probably going to be it. She's probably not going to have further adventures this year. I need to crack on and get that engine sorted out. Oil seems to be leaking from a lot of places, but let's remember the engine is my spare engine, because I managed to totally destroy her original engine trying to get the distributor out, and that was off the road. I think TPA's last tax disc was 1999, and that engine then sat in a field for well, best part of 14 years, and was then just chucked in and off we went. So it's not surprising that a few seals are past their best. Rubber doesn't age well, so I might have to go through the engine, replace a lot of seals. That's not a problem. It's probably a good idea. We've had some incredible adventures, like I say, as you'll be able to see in a future video, but it's time to give took some TLC, because there are a number of issues going on here. We've got, you know, we've got this door to sort out, where the window has just come out. I've got a replacement seat, but the reason the seat isn't attached is because you have to tip it forward to gain access to the hatch for the CVT. So I was having all manner of CVT issues. I was having to pull this panel out all the time, so I haven't bolted the seat back in. When you don't bolt the seat back in, it rests on the seatbelt thing and gets damaged there as well. So the person who sent me a replacement one of these, thank you ever so much, but I'm not fitting it until such time as this seat is bolted in properly. There's loads of jobs to do on this car. I would like to try and sort out the bodywork, because you know, we've got cracks and crazing in places, some places worse than others. And while I definitely don't want to go full restoration, I've never wanted to completely restore this car. I would lose the character, and she's still got the character that shows she spent 14 years sitting in a field. I don't want to lose that. So yeah, it's trying to restore her slightly is the objective here, but yeah, it should be interesting times ahead. I've also got to work out the logistics of getting all the other cars down here, of course. They all have their own issues. The Fox is sort of road legal but needs taxing, but I'm not sure I actually want the Fox back on the road, because that's got a number of things to sort out. So I might need to do a few runs back and forth, or get them transported. I haven't quite worked out what I'm doing yet. We'll see where we go. I don't currently have a decent tow vehicle. There are reasons the Vectra can't tow, which I will go into at some point, not least being I don't trust the clutch in it, but yeah, we are where we are. So that's why there is no update on the unit as yet. but Tuck is arrived here. She's got a temporary space to go and hide where she can be shaded, and that's good times, because yeah, she does need drying out a bit after yesterday. That got a bit crazy times. But yeah, it should be fun. It's very different up here. There's a lot of tractor noise today. The tractors are busy. I'm out in the countryside, so there are tractors all over the place. But compared to the previous unit, where sadly neighbours, one side in particular, are not very good with the loudness of their music, yeah, it's been a struggle. So I'm looking forward to moving. And not only because the cars are that much closer to home, I was able to just nip up here today, just so I could take Tuck out for a little run on the lanes, just to charge her up, because she doesn't charge all that well when lights and wipers are going, and also just to give her a chance to dry out a bit, because you took a soaking yesterday, didn't you, Tuck? But yeah, what a marvellous little car. She's definitely going beyond her design remit, I think, doing journeys like that. But it does remind you, 50-mile journey driving to the unit in the Vectra, no bother at all. The check engine light came on, I just ignored it. 50 miles in this, a different matter entirely. So yeah, I'm reclaiming the Vectra tomorrow. The Vectra is currently the old unit. Getting a lift with a HubNutter to go and collect it, so that should be good. And then yeah, we can see about getting the others over in time. But really, I need to pack all the shelving down and drag all that over here first. But yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you my little space in good time. So there you go, just a very quick vloggy sort of an update. Videos might be a little less frequent going forward, because this move is kind of preoccupying me. I was due to shoot some videos later this week, but I've knocked those on the head just because I need to get everything ready to come over. And yeah, I will keep you informed as to progress. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Yes, really.